Next up, Toledo.
This is death.
This is, in my opinion, the worst one to be in. And granted, this is a year where I feel like maybe, I don't know if you disagree, I feel like most years there's like one or two regions and it's like, God, I wish I was in that region. This year, I don't feel like we have that. I feel like everyone except for that first matchup, BC and Bentley, like I feel like every other matchup, it's like, I could see either team winning.
Yeah, no, this is like, and like when you look at these four teams, it's like you probably pick Cornell as obviously like the weakest of the four, maybe, but they also have a bunch of guys that could score. They've always been like a super physical shutdown hockey team in general. So that's like a pain in the ass for a team like Michigan State to go up against. But Ohio State, I mean, like another year where it's like I never know what I'm gonna get from them, but every year they pull off a couple monster wins against top 5 teams. And like also, it's them in like Penn State. It's like those two teams specifically. It happens every time.
Transfer portal, all name team. They crushed it.
Yeah.
Say it.
I can't. I can't even read it. Like I can't. Like I just start dying.
Gunnar Wolf is just elite.
Gunnar Wolf Fontaine. Shout out. Gunnar Wolf Fontaine out of fucking Northeastern. Predators draft pick. Such a beauty.
Like he'll probably be included in our all name team discussion for the draft, even though he won't be drafted.
Just in perpetuity. Like, we're just gonna have Gunnar Wolf Fontaine.
We should just have him join us for the all name team evaluations every year because he's an expert. So talk me through this. Like, how do you see this bracket breaking out?
I just have this funny feeling that Ohio State's going to pull it off against BU. Like, BU's been so up and down this year. Like, they caught fire towards the end of the year, especially for sure. And, like, Cole Hutson's just been, like, doing his thing. Todd Vilander, too. He's been solid for BU. But Ohio State, I feel like they're just riding this high where, like, the last like couple weeks of the season, they were just pulling off these monster wins. I mean, we watched them kick the shit out of Minnesota one night, and then the next night Minnesota rocked them, right? Like that's the thing with Ohio State. I never know what I'm gonna get, but I just have this like nagging feel I can't shake where they're going to pull this off. So I kind of have a feeling it's gonna be Ohio State and Michigan State, and then Michigan State takes it. I just have this. I think Michigan State, like they just have so much going for them right now, and then Ohio State's riding the side. Again, like BU's been. Like they're gonna need someone like Cole Hutson to really pop off again, which I mean he is more than capable of doing that. But like even like again like in like the Hockey East tournament, like BU, I was just sitting there like, ugh, like I did not like what I was seeing. So I just had this suspicion that Ohio State's gonna pull it off. Michigan State's gonna beat Cornell in a tight game because that's what Cornell does. We said the same thing about them last year too.
There's still one voter that's putting them number one in the poll each week, I'm sure.
they can't help themselves. Like, Cornell.
So if BU beats Ohio State, how do you think that matchup between them and Michigan State goes?
I actually like Michigan State a lot versus BU.
Okay. So you've got Michigan State no matter how it folds out.
I do have Michigan State coming out of this.
Yeah.
Again, my thing is I just have this I cannot get rid of this feeling about Ohio State pulling off against BU, especially like watching them like the last few weeks in BU from start to finish this year. Like the beginning of the year, they were still like they were like top 10, but they were like just over 500 for a while. Like, I mean, they were going up against like BC, fucking like all the other top 5 teams in the country, but like a couple of games, they're getting rocked at the beginning of the year. And I was like, they're keeping that fucking like top 10 rank because they're BU. It felt like. So I've just been like not as convinced with them versus Ohio State, where it's just like every game they just like bring it. I don't know what it is, and I think Michigan State would have a harder time with Ohio State. I mean, we just watched them play.
Right.
But maybe that's it too. That's just what I'm thinking about. But I don't know. I have a funny feeling it's gonna be Ohio State, Michigan State. Probably be wrong because I'm always wrong.
Fair.
I'm literally. It's gonna be. I'll probably go over. I can't have the Bentley will kick the shit out of BC.
I mean, that is the one that feels the scariest. Like being BC and having the only quote unquote cake matchup, like that feels like the one that happens every year. It's like one of the bad matchups goes the other way, and that's the only bad matchup.
Yeah, and a couple of years it was like AIC pulling the shit off with fucking on the match.
Oh yeah, Gophers have never lost to a dog shit team in the first round. That's never occurred.
Never happened. Never happened. Totally. We've never seen it. Never watched it. That's what it is. Tell you what, though, tough timing for fucking Judd'z University to come out with Minnesota. I didn't like that. I did not like the vibes leading into the tournament, but the fact that Judd'z went into the Gophers and did that, they just released that.
Yeah, it took them like.
I did not watch
to do it.
Yeah, I did not watch it. I was like, I will not.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that more once we talk about Fargo.